Welcome, friends. I'm Carrie. Thank you for joining me on your mat today. Are you ready to chaturanga? I hope so, because today's practice is a total body flow, moving through a variety of poses to help build strength in the body and mind. Remember, you can always skip the vinyasas or take a child's pose anytime you need to reconnect with your breath. I invite you to find a comfortable seated position, using a blanket, pillow, or blocks to create a space that you can sit for a few moments now and start to shift your attention to yourself, your body, and the breath that's moving in and out, shifting your attention away from your thoughts to this present time and giving yourself permission to be here. Be gentle as you start to make these shifts, maybe placing hands on your heart and closing your eyes. Breathe. As you're ready, begin to connect to your ujjayi or victorious breath, breathing in and out of the nose, if that's accessible for you today. Do what feels most comfortable. Lengthening each round of breath, sending signals of calm to your body and mind, gently creating even inhales and exhales. Move at your own pace for 2 more rounds of breath, and then we'll start to connect this breath to movement. Gently blink your eyes open, maybe placing hands on the earth. I invite you to swing your legs to the right, placing your left hand on the earth. Inhale as you reach your right arm up and gently side bend left. Left elbow can be bent. Allow your neck to follow the natural curvature of your spine. Breathe and release. Inhale, reaching the left arm up, side bend right. Breathe as you stretch through the side body, drawing left hip down toward the mat. Coming back to center, gently wrap your right leg on top of your left, stacking knees, or stay in a seated position. Both are perfect. Inhale as you walk your hands forward, lengthening through the spine. Breathe, keeping the neck long. Gentle hip stretch. Coming back up, we'll move into mermaid pose on the other side. Swinging legs to the left, placing right hand on the mat, reach your left arm up and gently side bend right. Breathe, feeling the expansion in the side of the body, through the rib cage. Coming back to center, inhale, reach the right arm up, side bend left, allowing the neck to follow the natural curvature of the spine, or looking up at your arm. Coming back to center, gently wrap your left leg on top of your right, stacking knees as possible. Inhale as you walk your hands forward, lengthening through the spine. Neck stays long. Gently draw in the belly, feeling the gentle hip stretch. Coming up, we'll find our way onto our backs. And as you do, give yourself a nice hug of compassion. Maybe even rocking gently side to side, massaging the lower back. Bringing the feet to the mat, take the feet as wide as the mat. Arms can be at your sides as you gently start to drop your knees side to side. Breathing as you move and continue to find connection with yourself in body and mind. Bringing feet hip width apart, ankles under knees. Hold behind the right leg as you draw the knee into the chest for some ankle circles, one way and then the other. Spread the toes, flex the foot. Now you can stay here or extend the left leg along the mat while reaching the right leg up for a hamstring stretch. Keep the knee bent, and if legs are straight, engage them. Hugging muscles to bone, as one of my yoga teachers used to say. Release, bringing your right ankle to left knee. Draw the left leg in now for figure 4. Another gentle hip stretch. Breathe. Release. And we'll see how all of this feels on the other side. Drawing the left knee in, ankle circles, one way and then the other. Spread the toes. As you're ready, option to reach the leg up, extending one leg along the mat, the other up to the sky for a gentle hamstring stretch. Breathe. Now bringing your left ankle to your right knee. We'll see how figure 4 feels on this side. Draw your right leg in. Flex the feet to protect the knees. Breathe into the hips. Release more and more tension. Now we'll release both feet to the mat and set up for bridge pose. Connecting our breath to movement. Inhale as you press into the heels and lift the hips, stretching out the front of the body. Exhale, gently release. Inhale, pressing into the heels, lift the hips, maybe the middle part of the body, and release. Dynamic bridge, adding the arms. Inhale, press up, reaching arms overhead. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach up, lifting the hips, middle part, maybe upper back. Exhale, release. One more at your own pace. Dynamic bridge, stretching out the front of the body. Rest for a moment. And as you're ready, we'll roll onto our side and come up to hands and knees. Finding wrists under shoulders and knees under hips. Bringing hands slightly forward, find your way into plank pose. Wrists under shoulders, shoulder blades drawing down the back. We're going to move here. On your next exhale, draw chin to chest, belly in like cat pose. Inhale, lead with the chest into plank pose. Exhale, draw in the belly, chin to chest. Inhale, plank pose. Now drop the knees. Exhale, back into child's pose. Finding a natural rhythm to your breath. Breathe here. Arms can be extended or forehead resting on your hands to create more space. Coming up, we'll find plank once again and move through a vinyasa. Shifting forward, hug elbows to ribs, knees can be up or down for our first chaturanga. Lowering to the mat, lift the chest for cobra. All 10 toes stay on the mat. Lowering down, press to hands and knees or plank and stretch back to downward facing dog. Arms, shoulders distance, feet hip width. Draw in the belly. Maybe bicycle the legs here as you warm up or keep the knees bent. If legs are straight, heels moving towards the earth, they never have to touch. Step forward, inhale, lengthen, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale as you roll up, reach up, and exhale, bringing hands to heart. Finding mountain pose or Tadasana at the front of the mat, we're going to move through some sun salutations now. On your next inhale, reach up, maybe look up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold. Lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into plank. Knees can be up or down, lowering through Chaturanga. Inhale for cobra, low cobra or a higher cobra. Exhale, pressing back to plank and downward facing dog. Breathe here. Reconnect with your breath. Step forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale as you reach up, maybe look up, and bring hands to heart. Inhale, reach up, hinging from the hips, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back into plank, moving through Chaturanga. Inhale for cobra. All 10 toes stay on the mat. Lowering down, stretching back to downward facing dog. Breathe. Reconnect with your breath. Step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, hands to heart. Finding mountain pose once again, we're going to inhale, sit back into chair pose. Breathe here, arms by ears. Exhale, forward fold. Gently grab your elbows here and just hang for a moment. Knees can be bent or straight. You may want to gently sway side to side. Keep your neck relaxed. Breathe. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into plank pose. Moving through Chaturanga. Inhaling for cobra or up dog, thighs and knees off the mat. And stretching back to downward facing dog. Great work. Hopefully you're starting to feel really warm now. Look forward. Step to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sit back, chair pose. Bringing hands to heart, gently twist to the right from the middle part of your body. Keeping ankles under knees. Breathe here for prayer twist. Coming back to center, gently twisting to the left. Knees over ankles. Breathe. Maybe you're starting to feel the burn. Exhale, belly to thighs and forward fold. Lengthen, lift. Exhale as you step back to plank pose. Lowering through Chaturanga. Lift the chest for up dog. And coming back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Arms, shoulders distance, feet hip width. Step forward, halfway lift. Forward fold and reach up as you bring hands to heart. Reach up, sitting back again into chair pose. This time we're going to step the right foot back. Keep the hips facing the front, back toes turn out slightly. Keeping the right hand on the hip, leave the left arm up, and as you exhale, forward fold, staying at the halfway point or bringing your left hand to a block or the mat. Reach the right arm up, widen across the collarbone. Gently stretch back, drawing the left hip back. Maybe look up. Now looking down to the mat, release the arms and come up, stepping to the front of the mat, finding chair pose once again. Draw in the belly. Now stepping the left foot back, keep the hips facing front, back toes turn out slightly. Left hand on the hip, right arm up, Gently exhale as you forward fold, staying at the halfway point or bringing your hand to a block or the mat. Reach the left arm up, widen across the collarbones. Draw the right hip back. Look down, release the arms, and come up, finding one more time chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Stepping back to plank, moving through a vinyasa, or finding downward facing dog at your own pace. Arms, shoulders distance, feet hip width, biceps by ears. Draw in the belly. Breathe and reconnect with your breath here. Bringing knees to the mat, keep the toes tucked under as you sit back, hips to heels. Sorry, I needed to make a little wardrobe adjustment. Felt like my pants were falling down there. Coming up, bringing arms to shoulder height. Bring your right hand to your left shoulder and your left hand to your right shoulder and give yourself a hug, maybe looking up. Gently lift the chest. Option to bring elbows together, palms touch for eagle arms. Again, looking up, lifting the chest, lifting the elbows. Draw in the belly. Breathe. Release, sitting back, hips to heels. Release the arms and rest for just a moment. We'll come back up and try the other side. Give yourself a hug. Looking up. Option for Garudasana, eagle arms. Lift up through the chest and elbows, draw in the belly, tuck the toes, creating energy throughout the body. Breathe here and release. Sitting back, releasing the arms. Finding your way into child's pose for a nice rest. Arms can be extended and engaged or resting at your sides. Now we'll come up to a seated position. Legs extended out in front of you. Gently draw the right knee in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold. There's a gentle twist here in this stretch. Keep the neck long. Breathe. Inhale to come up. Drawing the left foot in. Inhale, reach up, forward fold over the right leg, gentle twist. You can hold on to your foot. Your hands can also be on your thighs or your shins. As you're ready, we'll roll onto our backs and give ourselves one more big hug of compassion, rocking side to side. Great work today. I hope you're feeling both calm and energized. Bringing your feet to the mat. Draw the right knee in for gentle ankle circles. Left leg can be extended on the mat, toes pointing up. Breathe. As you're ready, draw the right knee over to the left for a gentle twist. Your right arm may be extended at shoulder height, maybe looking over your right shoulder. Coming back to center. Drawing the left knee in, gentle ankle circles one more time. Extending the right leg along the mat, gently draw the left knee over to the right. Left arm may be extended at shoulder height, looking over your left shoulder. Breathe. Coming back to center. Maybe giving yourself one more hug before we move into our final resting pose, shavasana. Extending both legs out. I invite you to just allow yourself to melt into the earth here. Feet flop open, arms at your sides. Palms can face up. Relax your face and jaw. Continue drawing shoulder blades down the back, finding a natural breath and rest. In my space, there are beautiful birds, and I experienced a very peaceful shavasana. I found this quote by an unknown author that seems to fit this space. Birds chirping around you is a beautiful realization that life is incredibly good. Let this sound be a gentle break in your routine. Every bird, every tree, every flower reminds us what a blessing and privilege it is to just be alive. Grateful to be alive and moving with you today, friends. Rest, and I'll be back shortly to close our time with 3 collective breaths. As you're ready, I invite you to start to wake up the body. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes. As you're ready, we'll gently roll to our side and press up. Once again, finding a seated position to close our time together. Of course, there's no rush, and you can stay in shavasana for as long as you'd like as well. If you've found a seated position, join me in 3 collective breaths. Inhale as we reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up, hands to heart. Inhale, longest breath of the day, hands to heart, sealing in this light and love, calm and peace we've created together. Many blessings, friends, and namaste. If you've enjoyed our practice, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, share us with your friends, like our content, and consider a donation so we can continue to spread this love to all beings everywhere. Blessings, friends.